It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Washington Commanders and the Houston Texans, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Washington Commanders and the Houston Texans. Welcome in, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading them out in his second season now out of Stanford. Here's Davis Mills.
And remember, when he came out of college, he left early. So a lot of people weren't really paying attention to this young man, but he's entrusted with a leadership role early in his NFL career and didn't shy away from it. His goal, continue to prove that there should have been one more quarterback that went in the first round of the 2021 draft.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. And Pierce gets it again on second down. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Opening carry of the game here for Rex Burkhead. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Mills now going to keep it. Fights through him. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
That's caught. It's Chris Moore. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 32-yard line. Texas passing game in River right now, picking up another first. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want those body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action. Mills. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to the ground with Pierce. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries are just 2 yards. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. And the first play will be a field goal try. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. Bringing him out is the pride of North Dakota State. Now in his 7th NFL season, Carson Wentz.
And the first possession isn't until the second quarter, but what's nice about it, it's only down 3. So what you sell your team on is, look, 1 possession, 1 drive, we put it in the end zone. We're in the lead in this game. Let's go, guys.
Wentz bringing the Commanders out for 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Wentz to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
Come on now.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. Throwing now is Wentz. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Malik Collins able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2.
And every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. They'll run for the first time, and it's a fumble, and the Texans scoop it. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I thought I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. They'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Mills on first down. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down. A second down run for Burkhead. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Here comes Antonio Gibson as he's set for another drive. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball, got a full game ahead of him, hand it to him again, see if they can start to produce.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw is Wentz. Middle of the field, and oh, he coughed it up, and the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, a give to Burkhead. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Mills. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. A give to Burkhead on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This one from 35 yards away. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from that first half for Washington. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. These 2 clubs running through their final halftime adjustments. It's just about time to get back at it. And for the call of the second half, we go back out to Houston, H-Town, and Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here.
And he loses the football a second time, and the Texans scoop it. this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
So now the Texans offense back onto the field. They'll line up and go for two here. They're going to try and run. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for two is denied. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that...
He's got a man, complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. I tell you, when Carson Wentz can really step into one and get that 6'5" frame behind it, he can really launch it.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
And that one covering an even 63 yards in the air. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. To throw, it's Wentz. Going right back to Dotson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. Second and about a yard. Now Wentz. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Wentz. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Sly able to put this one through. And that lead is back down to 9 now. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And now out comes Houston. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole that closed there quickly at the end. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. picked off by Bobby McCain. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field, and they'll start with great field position, trying to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A gain of 14, first down Commanders. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. On 1st down, Wentz. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. To throw again on 2nd down, Wentz. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson on the receiving end from Carson Wentz. And the Commanders are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is down to 2. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 25-yard line. And some room to work. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down, they go right back to Pierce. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. 73 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. Stiff-armed him. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second? And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Rex Burkhead taking it in for 4 yards out.
And the Texans are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Ka'imi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. That time a 6-play drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Carson Wentz in the offense. Down by 9. 2:13 remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz.
Pass complete, Thomas. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Wentz to throw.
Over the middle, brought in by Dotson.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. First down now, but that clock rolling. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now Wentz. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Counting down at 30 seconds remaining. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Houston set to take over.
And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Going for it with Pierce.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And taken right on the 30.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.